limitations, think about how you see yourself. What goes into how you see yourself and how you feel about yourself. So there's a boy in the middle, and that's my son. He's sitting over there in the room right now. But I use my son as in this instance to show all the things that you think about as a child that will make you who you are. And it's visual cues that you may not, it may not be your pick of what the cue is. It's just what you've encountered over the years. And so just like the runaway slave poster, I'm sure everybody's seen that before.
Yes.
And there's an homage to a few different artists in here.
Okay.
Like this house right here is based on a Hale Woodruff print. The whole thing, if you look it up, I forget the name of it, but it's a Hale Woodruff print. Over here we got the bird in the cage, which comes from Walter Williams, who's another great printmaker. Also these flowers came from Walter Williams. When you look at this piece right here, this whole thing is an homage to David Driscoll, who did a lot of these white lines, vinyl cut printmaking places, but also included the David Potter drawing of the David Potter pots. So David Potter was a slave who was making pots back in the day, but one of the few people that actually signed his work. He used to put Bible quotes on there too. Bible quotes are a little harder to render backwards, so that's why I just left the David in there, because that's kind of the recognizable thing. So all these little bits and pieces that you collect influence how you see yourself. When I think about myself, there was a Romare Bearden book I found in high school, and now to this day, Romare Bearden is how I see blackness, because that's how I was introduced to this whole idea of like, it's one thing to be able to draw, especially when you're in a small town, when it's kind of like, you're gonna grow up, you're gonna work at a paper mill, or you're gonna go get you a job at the gas station. You might work at Carol's raising pigs with my dad or something like that. But you're not gonna do too much more. You're definitely not gonna be an artist, right? Because what's that for? Right. How much money you get off that? Like people question it. But when I saw Romare Bearden's book, I knew, no, you can do this, and this can be everything that you wanted to be. And so that became my thing about wanting to be an artist. Started with that book. So I know how powerful the imagery is, just to see it, just to witness it, just to be it related to you, right? Good artist friends of me and Najee, Kevin Williams, Black, who does tremendous work, but his work was in my grandmother's house. It was the what's the piece? Footsteps, where it was angels carrying you. Like, why do I see one set of footprints in the sand, right? That piece. So when he illustrated that was in my grandmother's house. I met Kevin and I didn't realize, like, no, you have influenced my whole life. Just from going to the bathroom and seeing it in her bathroom, like, oh, this can be art. You can do this. Somebody made that thing, so I can make that thing. That's how I got into art and related to it. And just for for fun, you look at the other side, you can see